Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah.
Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of a can. I can make it round the world when it holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. 250 flavors. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn
Now it's time for Believe in the ACC with our starting lineup. From Florida State, number 17, Charlie Ward. From Morehead State University, number 50, Lloyd Span. And from Murray State University, number 2, Kendrick Haskett. Get ready for the best sports show about the ACC in all the land. Believe in the ACC starts now. Yes, that whistle is fascinating. Very fascinating. Good morning, everyone.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
Good morning.
There's Charlie Ward. There's the great Kendrick Haskins.
First time we had Charlie in the house in a while.
Listen, and I mean, right at the starting line, like we were ready to take off, and boom, there he is.
I miss our tour of Tallahassee.
Good time. Good time. Good time. Especially when we're allowed to make gas station pit stops. That's the best part of it. That's my favorite part.
I'm glad I could provide some services.
Listen. You actually been providing services all week for me. Like yesterday, I was working on some stuff, and just randomly out of nowhere, a video pops up with you and PJ Tucker, and I was like, "Oh, I remember this." And I was like, it made me wonder. I said, when y'all had a little melee in you know, you remember the melee, Charlie? You were there.
PJ Brown.
Was it Tucker Brown? Okay, Brown. I'm sorry.
PJ Tucker's
one of the PJs. You know, it's all the PJs. Charlie, I personally have never seen you mad on this show. Not mad. You've never been mad. But I paused the video, and you look mad in that video. What does Charlie Ward mad look like or feel like? What is it like when Charlie Ward is mad?
Not mad, just intense.
Charlie, now let's see. Now you listen to me, Charlie. That man turned you upside down and flipped you over. You that was not intense. I know the difference between intense and mad. That was mad, Charlie. You had a very impassioned look on your face.
It was in the heat of the moment. Just what everybody else would do.
That's fair. Well,
not everybody. Not everybody. There's a guy for the Pistons who just looked at the camera and just walked
That's
away.
true.
In the fight the other night.
Okay, that brings us to the second
Duncan
question.
Robinson did not want any of that smoke the other night.
That brings us to the second question. When
Duncan
in
Robinson.
the video, right, when you're in the video session the next day and you show the teammate that walks away, what do the 90s Knicks do with that teammate? The guy that walked away, the Duncan Robinson of the 90s.
Nothing. I mean,
there's no retribution?
If he was on the floor.
He's on the floor.
He's on the floor.
That would probably been me. Because I'm like, whoever's going at it can handle themselves, and then there's somebody else that's going to help them. But I wasn't trying to get in it anyway.
My name is Bennett, and
I just happened to be one of the subjects in the matter, so
yeah,
that's why I was a part of it.
Right. But the truth, so you have no fault with anybody that decides to walk away from the melee. You're like, okay, listen, come on, let's.
Yeah, I mean, because that's nonsense. Because if I'm out there trying to help somebody and I get hit in the face and broken jaw, now we're talking about me not being out there anymore. I mean, people are going to talk about you regardless.
Yeah. By the way, this particular video, strung.
Where are you going?
We're gonna go with put because we don't have the right word. Put together, it was a montage of several different 80s videos.
Strung together.
Was it strong?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was strong. I was like, it's strong, right?
It's like he was like Max Headroom there for a minute.
I was struggling bad. Like, I don't know if it's strong or string or what is it. Yeah, it strung together several 80s videos of 80s fights. Barkley, Shaq, and a couple of them. It was like a bunch of them. And I realized very quickly fights are very different in the 80s and 90s than they are today.
You didn't get as much trouble back then as you
didn't get as much trouble. Well, I will say this. Isaiah Stewart is a throwback to a forgotten day.
Isaiah Stewart is this generation's Oakley.
Yes.
He might be wilder than Oakley. You think, Charlie? Because I don't remember really Oakley running into it like he did last night.
I don't know if anybody is wilder than Oakley.
See, I don't know, because Isaiah seems to get up with fight on his mind. Like, he's like, there was no reason for him to fight. Like, it had really been kind of solved. The whole situation had been kind of was somewhat dying down. He said, "Wait a minute."
He came off the bench, right?
He came off the bench. Was like, totally nobody fighting without Big Stewie here.
Right. He's on the other side of the court.
I'm like, why?
That's why I meant Oakley was the finisher, but I don't really remember Oakley doing that.
Yes, he didn't just. I don't remember too many Oakley fights where it was just fighting for fighting's sake. Like it.
You must not have been there.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Charlie Roy, you're right when you're right. Now I ain't gonna say when you ain't right.
There.
No, you was
Charlie
there.
was there.
Oakley just be fighting because it's Wednesday and a fight need to happen on Wednesday. That's how Oakley was.
No, I mean, if you crossed him.
Wow. Okay.
If you crossed him, it didn't matter where you were.
Okay. All right. Well, listen.
I think it's still. I think that still rings true to this day, Charlie.
Well, Isaiah Stewart must be the love child of Oakley and somebody.
He's got married and all of that, so that's calmed down a little bit.
I did listen to his book on Audible. It was fantastic.
How could it not be, though? How could it not be? It's Charles Oakley.
It was great.
There are certain guys that wake up and the moment they open their eyes, entertainment ensues, and Oakley is one of those guys.
But one thing I can say about Oak is he's a great teammate.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. See, that's something. And I think they feel the same way about Isaiah Stewart. I haven't heard anybody say he's not a great teammate. Like it appears that people love him. His whole team loves it. JB Bickerstaff said, that's his brother out there. He's defending his brother. And I was like,
I mean, if somebody has your back like those guys have your back, yeah, you're gonna love them.
I was about to say I want somebody to love me like Isaiah Stewart loves his team, but then that might be like a jail type love, and I don't really want that. I don't necessarily want that. But the passion, maybe. Well, not even the passion. It feels violent.
But I love that Isaiah Stewart plays for the Detroit Pistons. It's just perfect.
Where else did he play? What other team did he play? Like,
really? I love that dude. How
many games did he get?
So they only gave him 7, which was shocking because he's a several times over offender. And I'm thinking
he's a habitual line stepper.
So I'm thinking, surely he's getting 20 games. So when I saw 7, I was like, wow, he's got to take this.
That's Adam Silver's NBA.
No question. If that had been David Stern's NBA, it'd been.
But I also, where is he fall? Contract wise, salary wise, because
he's like 4 years.
I think they do take that into.
Like that.
Yeah, so if you go 25 games on a $60 million contract, I mean,
right? You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Because this is 700,000 for the.
That should be a reason why you should think about your actions. I know for me, that 182nd was tough to take when I had to miss my game.
That's a big check to write. That's a big check to write. And y'all didn't even have Cash App. You couldn't even Cash App it over. You had to write that check.
Did you have to write that check, or did they just take it out of your paycheck? How's that work?
I don't know. I went to talk to the commissioner and see how I can get the money dispersed to where I wanted to go. I don't know where the money goes when you pay your fine.
They say charity, but they'll never really specify which charity it is.
So I was trying to see where I can get, if I can go and generate or go and share a place where the money should go.
Yeah.
What did David Stern say?
He said it didn't work like that.
Yeah, get out of my office. You're a nice guy, Charlie, but get out of my office. He said that in the nicest way, probably, because you're a good dude, Charlie. You really are.
And David Stern is not to be trifled with.
All right, believe it or not, this is Believe in the ACC. We're having a really good time already. Like, the show is on fire already. And some mashup. We're going to do a little bit of Believe. We're going to do a little press and pros, but we always start, especially if we can get Charlie Ward early, we always start with a FAMU update. So, and by the way, let it not be said that Charlie Ward is not FAMU ready. I know y'all didn't think so. I know it looked like he was just sitting in the house, but look, bam,
he knows.
Look at him cleaning in a FAMU Board of Health. I tell you, this guy is amazing. Okay, so was it a 1-1 weekend? Was it?
Yes,
I was gonna say Saturday night. But Monday won, right? Is that how it went? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay.
My guys around here teasing us.
You took a deep breath too, Charlie. I don't know what that was about. Like, who's teasing? Why are they teasing?
Was that the Hopi game?
Hope called the Saturday game.
And that was the one you came up short on. Coincidence?
Yes.
I don't think so.
It was I mean, the tough part about it was we didn't play our best, and had quite a few errors, and of course we didn't win the game. We lost by 5, I think it was, in the end. But we couldn't make the big shots. We held the team to 62 points. And the whole game, held them to 62 points, and we could only muster up 57 points.
Oh, wow.
Which was disturbing until Monday. We scored 100 points.
What happened between Saturday and Monday?
That's what I asked them. That's what I asked the guys yesterday. I was like, are y'all going to be teasing us? Like, we go from 57 to 100 in just one day. Like, what's the difference?
And also, why are you saving points? Like, I don't really understand the saving of the points. Like, that
what was the best answer you got from your guys about that?
There's no best answer. Besides, we got you, coach. I was like, oh, don't be teasing me.
They hit you with a "we got you, coach." Well, you did stop a losing streak, so that's good. You can kind of you back on the winning track as you continue into February, and a massive game this Saturday against Jackson State. That's like the revenge game, but it's on the road this time.
Well, I mean, they came and beat us on the road, so we can do the same.
Come on now, Charlie, talk your talk.
So, I mean, we've been in all the games, so that's been a positive.
Yeah.
And even the game we lost in double digits, we were up at halftime. So we're fighting through, the injury bug. Like most people during this time of year, you have a guy here, guy there that's injured, playing through injury, all those types of things, and so you're having to manage all of that through practice with practice time, and just trying to get the guys to understand the importance of treatment. Believe it or not, they don't understand the importance of treatment, and trying to play, and they think they're invincible when it comes to injury, and they think they just go out and play, do a little bit here, a little bit there, but just trying to get them to understand, what professionalism look like. If you're serious about trying to play on the injury, you can't miss treatments, or you got to go every time you get an opportunity to do some treatment. They don't understand that just yet.
Yeah.
So we're working to try to help them through all of that, and but it'll be a good game. Their best player will be back. He hadn't played the last two games. Ruffin. So he's supposed to be back. Not sure why he missed, but last time we didn't do too well against him, and one of the other guys, two guys scored 50 of their 66 points, which is yeah.
Wow.
So and they won. And that's the most disturbing thing about it. But we'll, this season has been one of those where we've gone from playing decent to losing, close games, to the other night, which was crazy. The score wasn't indicative of how the game went, because we were up at one point 28 points in the first half, and then we allowed them to chop the lead right before half to 22, and then we came back out and pulled it back up to like 30 or so, somewhere thereabout.
Yeah.
Then they dwindled it 30 to like 10 in like a 5-minute stint. And and the way they were able to get back was they shot 40 free throws, shot 23 in the first half and 17, I think, in the second half.
Oh, wow.
And then one of their players got hot. He got hot from the 3-point line, and we kept fouling or appearing to foul. And then
appearing to foul.
That was a very coach answer, by the way. It appeared that we fouled.
And we turned the basketball over at a rampant. We ended up with 23.
Oh, wow.
Turnovers. But we were very, very hot from the 3-point line. We were 11 for 15. which,
Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
which is like crazy.
That's a weird game, Charlie. That is
Yes,
definitely a weird game.
with 20 assists, we out rebounded them 40-29. So there's just a lot of, we missed 10 free throws. There's just a whole balancing act.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, so we're grateful we can correct while we're winning, while we won. And we just need to make sure we're not trying to keep it balanced. We want to be heavily skewed to the positive.
To the positive. Right. Well,
learn from a win than a loss.
100%. 100%. Well, if the trend holds true, you guys have been very consistent in your trends this year. You're going like a little bit of a losing streak, then a little bit of a winning streak, then a little bit of a losing streak. So it looks like it's time for the winning streak again. Hopefully you can win on out into the tournament. So that would be nice.
That's true.
That start with Jackson State and Alcorn, and then go on and finish on out the season on a high note there. So listen, we'll see how it goes. But as always, we are rooting for you, and also since the All-Star break is here, hit up LeBron and get our shoes. Okay, it's about consistency, Kendrick.
I would think if he's gonna hit up LeBron about shoes, it's gonna be about his own team.
It's not hard, Kendrick. You're trying to give him an out. See, that's your problem. Don't give him an out. If you're hitting up LeBron about the shoes, add 2 more into the bunch. It's not hard. Come on, man. Don't make this hard. All right, let's get into some ACC. Men's basketball was fantastic this past weekend. We had ended up with Duke, North Carolina, Virginia, Clemson, and Louisville still in the top 25 on the men's side, and Louisville, Duke, and North Carolina on the women's side. So I want to start actually with the Louisville Duke women's game last Thursday, which was a interesting game. It was a good game, but it was an interesting game. Both teams coming in with very long winning streaks. I think Louisville's was 13 games. At the time, and Duke's was like 15 games.
Louisville was 14 and Duke was 13.
13. Okay, so it was both on long winning streaks.
Yeah,
somebody was going to have to lose, and they both didn't want to. So it came down to a. How'd you describe the final sequence there, Kendrick? Peculiar.
Yeah. To put it mildly, I mean,
yeah.
Louisville came all the way back in their game. They did not play their best game, especially the first half. They were awful the first half. Yeah. But they get
at home.
At home. They get the game. They come up with a steal, down by 2. Amari Berry goes into the court, gets fouled with, I don't know, like 0.4 seconds left.
0.4 seconds.
Like that.
Yeah.
And goes to the line. She makes the first free throw, misses the second. They lose by 1. But also, first half, and Charlie, I know you can relate. U of L had a wide open layup off a steal. I mean, the closest person to her was me, and I'm back in the hallway, and she missed it. Yeah. And in my head, I was like, they're going to lose by 1 or 2 points. Sure enough.
You can tell when a game is not going to go the way you want it to when like you said, Charlie, about your team, the bizarre starts to happen. And it started right from the beginning in that game. Like Louisville was missing god-awful easy shots. You're like, this ain't going to end well. This ain't going to end well. Because you can't do that. You cannot, especially versus a team that's pretty good. Like, I would say Duke's team is not awful. Like, especially their interior. Their front line.
They've won, 15 straight games.
They've won 15 straight, so they're pretty right. Their front line was doing a lot of great things in the first half. Now, in the second half, it kind of balanced out. Because I think the lead scorer, Fournier. See that French thing, man. I don't, and I took French.
The French part of time.
Yeah. But she got busy in the first half, and then in the second half, I think she had the gas was gone. Like she didn't have a lot left in the tank.
Well, what happened? Part of what happened too is Duke's length. They're long. I was telling Lloyd during the
Yeah.
game. It's like he's like they don't look that much bigger on television. I was like their length. They have length. They're not big. They just have
Right.
a lot of length. Fournier has a lot of length in there, and so that was giving Louisville problems early. They adjusted to that. They started because Louisville does have bulk with Istanbululu and Ziegler, and even McKinley Randolph. Even though she's shorter, she's
bulky, yeah.
she's strong, and so they went to that. But what hurt Louisville more than anything was just Taj Roberts had her worst game of her career.
Great time not to be great.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Went 0 for the game, did not score,
Yeah.
had 2 turnovers and 1 assist.
Yeah.
So
it happens. I mean, it happens. But
I guess the positive you take from that, if you're Louisville, is like we lost by 1 point with our best player doing absolutely nothing.
Right.
So
I'll try to make up for it tonight against Wake Forest. It'll be an interesting game. And the other big game this past weekend in the ACC was Duke and North Carolina, which I gotta ask is this really? First of all, the fact that rivalry is now 61-60 in record is crazy. It is crazy, and I think the point total is like right there as well. Like the point total is off like maybe 1 or 2 points. It's crazy how these games are, regardless of the record, regardless of the rankings that they come in with every year. This game is going to be close. It is inevitable that this game is going to be close, and this one was no different. I want to know from you guys, is it the best rivalry in college basketball?
I mean, there's some other ones that
There
are competitive. If that's what you're looking for, as far as being competitive, each year. But what are you, and like in our day and age, we look at rivalries sometimes in the same state.
Yeah.
That's mostly in football. You look at them, they're from the same state, or bordering states.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think what's another good one that's competitive. I mean,
year in, year out.
From a competitive standpoint, year in and year out, I do think you have to give them the nod.
Yeah, year in and year out is them. Yeah.
But
because you got Alabama, Auburn, of course.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
And really and truly, I mean, it is for football. Is it for basketball?
It's a non-starter in basketball. I don't think people.
Yeah, I think it is now because now they all of a sudden care about basketball in Alabama. But
don't tell somebody from Alabama or Auburn that that's not a rivalry in no sport.
Right.
So
that's true.
I think it's a school rivalry. So
in that state,
in
that
state, yeah. I mean, it's the same here with Kentucky, Louisville, and so.
But Kentucky, Louisville at least does have some national juice. I don't think Auburn, Alabama does in basketball. In football,
it does now. I think it does now a little bit, especially now that Bruce Pearl's not there and his son's there, and they're kind of up and down. It's not as much of
it's
hype
not
now, but like 10 years ago, nationally, nobody cared about Auburn and Alabama playing each other.
I don't know if people look for it like they look for the football game. Like the football game, we all
same
know
with Michigan and Ohio State. It's like nobody cares when they play each other in basketball.
Michigan State.
Michigan State, I would say that's a big one. Yeah, I would say that's a good one.
I remember
USC, UCLA is.
I remember the Illinois, Missouri. I was watching that game, and somebody tried to say that there's not a better rivalry than that. I was like, I didn't even know this was a rivalry until
it was like 15 other better rivalries.
Yeah.
So no, that's not a thing. But I will say this: UCLA, USC women is a big deal. It has become a very, very big deal, especially since the last 4 years, since Juju and Lauren now are there. And that game last year both those games last year were fantastic. All 3 of those games, they played 3 times. I forgot because they played for the conference championship. So It was all of them were great. I wish Juju was there this year, but
Yeah.
it's a little anticlimactic this year. But
I mean, granted, I am biased because I live in it, but I put stock in that Louisville, Kentucky play once a year in all the sports, except for baseball. They'll play twice.
Yeah.
Every time Louisville and Kentucky meet in whatever sport, it is nationally
it's a
televised.
big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Nationally every time they play
It's a big
anything.
deal. It's a big deal.
That's not the case with these other rivalries.
Yeah.
We don't see Duke and Carolina's football game nationally
No.
televised.
and nor should we.
We don't see Duke Carolina baseball.
We don't
televised
need to
nationally.
see a guy who's not a Hall of Famer coaching football.
You know what's crazy? I was digging through some old files yesterday.
Yes,
because remember Lorenzo Malden?
I do remember Lorenzo. Shout out to Lorenzo.
He signed with the Louisville Kings, the UFL team that's starting this year.
Really? So he's coming home.
I found his pro day video. The first shot off the top is Bobby Petrino talking to Belichick. I was like, oh, I've got to keep this in handy when they play each other this year.
Yes,
U of L plays them this year.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Petrino, where is he now?
He's the offensive coordinator for North Carolina now.
Oh wow!
You can't make this stuff up, Charlie.
Can't make this up, Charlie.
So Petrino is over there with Coach Belichick.
Yes.
You know what that's about, though. You know what that's about.
Petrino's just waiting it out.
It's the same back. It's the same backup player that Arkansas just had. If this doesn't go well, we're ready. We're already ready. We're good.
And to stir the pot even more, Paul Petrino, his younger brother, is back here at Louisville.
Oh my God! You know what? You know what? This is so.
We had Jeff Brom in a press conference. Was that last week? So I asked him about that, and he gave me the most coach speak answer you'd ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Petrinos at this point are like Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Terminator. They cannot be killed off.
Paul, you know, there's nothing with Paul.
But he's a Petrino. It doesn't matter.
He goes about his business.
It doesn't matter. It's in the lineage. It's
Even
in the
then,
DNA.
back when they were here, Paul was a lot easier to deal with than his older brother.
Yeah. Other thing that's really interesting, since we're on Louisville, they're on a 4-game winning streak. Since Michael has come back. I don't know why I'm so locked into Michael. I think it just makes
That's
more
what
sense.
it looks like.
Right, but it's Michael. But they're on a 4-game winning streak, and Michael himself is on a 45-point winning streak. He put up 45. Charlie, what's your most in the game?
What type of game?
Basketball. College basketball.
I don't know about college.
Yeah.
You ever hit 45 in a game at any level?
City League.
45 is crazy work. That's crazy work.
Especially when Ryan Conwell had 31. So
yeah, they single-handedly had 76. That's crazy.
And NC State had 77.
Yeah.
So 2 guys, that's embarrassing.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Hard to explain.
NC State's coach said as much.
Hard to explain that in the locker room. Like, you know, when the tape goes on, so none of y'all want to guard him. None of us are going to guard these guys. None of us obviously have decided. Okay. That's what other explanation do you have? Like, somebody's got to guard him. It's just 45 is crazy.
And I was on the radio yesterday, and I don't want to be disrespectful because we respect Wes Unseld to the utmost.
100%.
So Michael tied Wes Unseld's scoring record.
Right.
Michael did it in an ACC game against NC State. Wes did it against Georgetown College. Which, by the way, Charlie, is about 45 minutes from here.
That's not
Georgetown College. Is that the college in Kentucky?
Yeah.
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 They're
It
not
used to
even.
be the. It used to
They're
be
not
where the
even division anything.
Bengals camp.
They're like NAIA, I think, or something like that.
The Bengals built their football stadium
Yeah,
for their preseason camp, so they did do that. But
there's that. There's
yeah,
that.
but in Wes's defense, there were no 3-pointers back then. Michael also tied the school record for.
Okay, so there's that. Yeah,
Michael also tied the school record for threes in the game. So his final shot tied the school record for threes in the game with 10 and all-time scoring, single game scoring with 45.
So he made 10 threes by himself.
Yes.
He had a good day.
That's 30 points.
You had a good day, Charlie.
That's back-to-back years Louisville's had a guard do that.
And by the way,
Ray Smith did at SMU last year.
And by the way, that's in his game. Honestly, it really is in his game. He is a volume shooter. And when he's on, he's on. It's just a matter of him getting on. And sometimes he's like a 76 Chevy.
You know when Michael's on.
Gotta crank that thing up, warm it up, and then maybe by the second half he'll start to score. So we'll see.
You know early if Michael's going to be on or not. I actually talked to his dad after he goes. His dad sits about a few rows behind us where we sit at the games. The first time I talked to him, he's gotten a lot of stuff, but he goes back and forth with fans. I'm like, brother, you're never going to win that war.
Yeah, he stopped.
But he has a whole regiment of what Michael's day is. It's strict down to he has one workout with the trainers. He goes back, has a peanut butter jelly sandwich, a banana, and a bottle of water, and then takes a nap, and comes back, and it's wild.
Does he live? Does his father live in Louisville?
He does now.
He moved to Louisville for this whole situation. That's crazy. Shout out to NIL.
I mean that's happened before now.
What do you say, Charlie?
When does he go to school?
School. What is the school you?
What is the school you talk about?
What is the school you become, Charlie? I don't know.
Does he go to classes? Are his classes online?
Probably.
This
I go back
thing
to
is very peculiar that you.
I go back to when Jada Curry was my intern. She's like, "Yeah, I got one class that's in person."
A different day, Charlie. It is a different day. One class.
She had one class that was in person.
She can't identify one professor on that in that
Well,
school.
she might. I'm sure this video.
I bet Michael can. I bet Michael couldn't identify
Actually,
them in the lineup.
Michael is like a really nice kid. He
Oh,
is
sure.
a really good kid.
I'm sure.
He's intense, but he's very respectful. Yes sir, no sir type of kid. It's like he is a good because I was getting frustrated when he was out with his back injury because fans was like, oh, that's been the other downside about NIL. These fans think that just because somebody's missing games of an injury, it's just because they're stealing money from the NIL, not that couldn't possibly actually hurt. He had a back injury when he was in high school that he missed time for.
Right.
And so I do feel bad for him for that. But and like I say, if you met that kid one time, you know he's not about just taking money from NIL money. He was legit hurt. So.
Well, but I think that all goes back to expectations now. Now that there's a full-on payment being made to players, the expectation of that player is a little bit different. Now, listen, some Rabbit fans are going to be Rabbit fans regardless of payment or not.
But these fans act like this coming out of their pocket. They ain't paying for nothing. Unless
in their minds they are.
Unless they're contributing to the NIL fund.
Right. In their minds they are. They're paying for all of it. It's all, why are you stealing money from us? Fam, we're not.
None of your money is going to that.
That $35 you just spent is not a part of the NIL situation.
And if it is, it's like $2.
Right. Like cut up a call.
Right. But at the same time, they want to fire the coaches. I'm like, now that's the part that'll come out of your pocket because guess how they're gonna pay for that coach? Raise prices on everything.
No question. I think right now, and we normally save our NCAA predictions for later, but we can talk a little bit about it now. It is not out of the realm of possibility that the ACC will dominate the amount of teams that get in. They're currently sitting on, let's see, 1, 2, 3 that have won 20 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are poised, maybe 8 that are poised to win 20 games. I don't think they'll get that many in, but it could get interesting. It could get
I
interesting.
can see them definitely getting 8.
8 is a lot, bro. That would be
And
crazy.
I mean, if Virginia Tech's right there, that could be 9.
Yeah.
I mean, Cal and Stanford both have decent records.
Well, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at Cal and Stanford, and I'm thinking that could actually work if they could keep winning, find some wins, steal some wins from somewhere. I think Syracuse is too far gone.
I don't think so. I mean, they're 14.
Yeah, it would take a miracle. But wow, 8 would be crazy.
I mean, they played it before.
What would the commissioner of the SEC say then? Because he couldn't. 8 is like a lot more.
The SEC is going to get a bunch too, though. It's going to be the ACC. Yeah, the SEC is going to have.
Let me look at this.
Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
9 pot 10. They had 9 possible, like a stage hand.
Should they get that many in?
Yes. Look at the records.
I'm looking at it, but I'm saying, I don't know. You know what?
Missouri Tigers, they had a great win last night.
Yeah, they're 17-7.
Yeah,
they've won 3 straight. Yeah,
and Texas has an outside chance. Texas has an outside chance.
Texas has a little bit of work to do, but they got
some work to do, but they have an outside chance. I can see them getting in a play-in situation.
Georgia can get in.
Georgia got boat race yesterday.
They can't keep getting boat race. Yeah, that's not true.
Well, when Lowell's getting in, look how many times they got boat
lost
race.
To Florida. They lost to Florida by 20.
Yeah. Georgia was in there until this last stretch. They've lost 4 of their last 5.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, listen, we'll get into
but
a
they
lot
can
more.
Still get there because so Georgia, they're at Oklahoma.
Right.
Probably win that game. At Kentucky, they could go either way. I think Kentucky's going to win that game. They get Texas at home. They're at Vandy, South Carolina, Alabama, and at Mississippi State. So they've got an opportunity to get in.
So, okay. So we said 8 legitimately for ACC.
I didn't realize that Clemson got beat by 10 at home by Virginia Tech.
Yes.
Possible 8 or 7 for the SEC. And then you look at the Big Ten, and that's probably about 6 or 7, maybe 8 in that one as well. That's like 24 spots that are possibly already gone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The big 3, this is a legit Big 3 this year.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to the Big 12. I mean, those 4 conferences are going to take all the big.
They're going to take at least 24 to 30 spots.
Because all of that said about the ACC and the SEC, the Big 12 is the best conference.
Because they got 4 in the top 10. So yeah,
and 6 in the top 25.
And by the way, the projected number 1 BYU is now 22nd. So this is going to be an interesting tournament. This is going to be a very, very interesting tournament.
So BYU was picked number 1.
Well, they had the best player and the most upside. So a lot of, depending on what publication you were looking at, it was BYU in Arizona, in some publications.
So where's U of H in the mix?
They're number 3 now.
3 in the country and the tied with Arizona.
Tied in the conference. Only 1 game back. As far as overall record, they've lost 2 games instead of 1. Arizona just lost the other day. Although you can make I don't know. You know what? Arizona, I don't know. We're going to find out a lot about Arizona coming down the stretch because Kansas did a number on them and they didn't even have Peterson. That was and they looked like the better team.
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, Arizona was up most of the game. Arizona had a double-digit lead in that game.
But I felt, in my humble opinion, like that was more about Kansas mistakes than it was Arizona dominance.
Sure. You're going to have games.
Right. We can, yeah.
They've only lost 1 game all year, so, right?
I mean, they have a heck of a stretch, though. I mean, that game, they play Texas Tech Saturday, then they play BYU, then they play at Houston.
That's why I said we're going to find out a lot about if Arizona
And they
'Cause I
got
feel like
Kansas again and Iowa State.
their schedule was kind of favorable for a nice little run, and there's nothing wrong with that. Play the games in front of you. Nothing wrong with that.
They
So
beat some good teams in there. They beat Florida. They beat UCLA, UConn, Auburn, Alabama. TCU's a good win. TCU's got some good wins in there.
but as you said, the best teams are probably in their own conference.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So,
Big 12's best conference. Yeah.
yeah. All right. You have no minutes left, Charlie. You have to go. It's over. Do you have any parting gifts before we head on to our next show?
Lloyd's hoping you just magically pull up a couple boxes of shoes.
not right now, Charlie.
That's why he said parting gifts.
I'm not putting that kind of pressure on Charlie today.
I'm on to you, Spence.
No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. However,
Get your feet settled and wet.
Yeah, get your feet wet
for a little bit here at the Rattlers Snake Pit.
Yeah, we don't want any problems. We don't want any problems, long-term problems for you, sir. We don't want any problems. Listen, there are problems all over the country right now, but we don't want any for you. So, do you have any shout-outs before you walk out the door? By the way, this All-Star Weekend in the NBA. Are you excited about that, Charlie?
I was just reading. I didn't know when it was.
That's when you know
you're a little busy right now.
That's when you know you're busy, right? It's All-Star Weekend.
I know it was coming up,
right.
But I lost track of when. But I was happy to see my Knicks bounce back. I was just reading.
They bounced back big last night.
They beat the Sixers last night, like 138. Well, how do you get to 138? Another team only gets to like 90.
It was worse than that.
That's called checking out. That's called checking out.
That's called 3-2-1 Cancun.
Yeah. I think teams. I understand the frustration that some people have. But at the same time, if you're that close to the All-Star break, I think people are kind of like
138-89 was the final score.
Because there were 3 guys on the Lakers team yesterday when they played. I didn't even know who they were. I was like, who are these guys? Like, we've never seen these guys.
Well, the Lakers they literally sat the whole starting 5 on
everybody. The whole
game. Stephen A was going off about that, and I was with him on that one.
JJ Redick said, JJ Redick was he even coaching? I think he passed it off to somebody else. So
I don't know what are they people doing?
I mean,
they've made vacation plans, Charlie. They're going to stick to them.
I mean, LeBron. I mean, as much as I pick on LeBron, I can understand him being out. And
right, he's like 55, so I get it.
He's got gout, and
he
so
he does not. We can't report that he does not have.
He had a foot issue, so
don't, Charlie. What are you doing, Charlie? What are you doing?
It's a foot issue that they're saying is arthritis.
There's a lot of things that come. There's a lot of things that happen before gout. There's a lot, and also
gout's the cousin of arthritis.
It could very well be gout. I don't know. He does a lot of Taco Tuesday. It's all I know. That's all I know.
Well, if gout ever appears on the injury report, you know how the victory lap I'm gonna do around here.
I don't think you should. That's come on, man. Load management. Thank you, Jacob.
Austin Reeves just came back from injury and was already out again.
There's a lot of injuries on the Lakers team that
and Luka was out.
By the way, that last injury that LeBron just had, be it gout or whatever, it will cost him the All NBA opportunity. He is no longer eligible for an All NBA anything. Although, if I had to guess, he wasn't going to make it anyway.
He might probably second team, second or third team.
Maybe third team.
Maybe third team. Maybe he would have made third team.
Is that a sign for when it's time to retire?
I mean, for most guys. For him, probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, it's one more kumbaya, I think.
Yeah, probably not. LeBron is going to ride this thing Vince Carter style till the wheels fall off. That's where that is where. But to his credit, he's going to do it in FAMU Rattler shoes. So
we would love to get him on campus.
6'7", I don't know.
We would love to have him join us
We'll put
on
it out there.
campus
Put it out
for a
there, Charlie.
game or have his son come play.
Well, he's got eligibility left, so
He's talking about
it's
the other one.
possible.
The other one that's redshirting in Arizona.
I know who he's talking about, and also they both have eligibility left. So is what I'm saying is,
well, Bronny doesn't.
Listen, we got guys coming back.
They didn't play NBA games. Bronny played the other night.
There are loopholes everywhere. I'm sure.
They closed that one. They closed that one with the Bowen kid because Bowen's who's the one that started all this, and he had like literally played a game for the Bulls like earlier that week.
What was that?
The Alabama kid.
No, before that, it was Bowen that was supposed to go to Louisville.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that kid.
He's on the Bulls. Yeah. He's on the Bulls roster. Like was literally on the Bulls roster at the time, and they was talking about him coming back. And that's when it started.
Yeah. Well, I was so happy to see that the judge denied the young man from Alabama because
he hit him with the Randy Moss, didn't he? Come on, man.
That was definitely a loophole. But I mean, kudos to those that are trying to benefit, because at the end of the day, this is starting to get skewed towards, like a semi-pro type of league as opposed to college.
Yeah.
Because folks are coming back not for an education.
No,
not at all. Not at all.
No.
Charlie,
maybe that could be an additive to the rule. Like, you can come back, but you have to definitely go.
You have to do
class. In-person classes.
Yes. Come on now.
In-person classes. You have to get a degree.
You have to get a degree.
Just FYI, Charlie, the Lakers will be in Florida, the state of Florida, March 19th through the 21st. Just FYI.
Where at in the state of Florida?
Well, they'll be in Miami and Orlando. But
Miami and Orlando.
Yeah.
Those are hop, skips, and jumps to Tallahassee.
I don't know if Miami's a hop, skip, and a jump from Tallahassee.
Well,
Orlando is.
It's a double hop.
It's like people that think Buffalo is close to New York City. It
is not. It is not close at all. Here's the funny. Before you go, Charlie, we know you got to go. This is funny. I was watching the show last night, and this couple was literally arguing about their long distance relationship from Columbus to Cincinnati. I said, if y'all don't get off my screen right now, like, what are y'all talking? That's an hour drive. That's an hour and a half drive. What are you talking about? Okay, I just thought that was funny. But they were really going back and forth. Can we make this work? It's a long distance relationship. If you can't, you already got problems. Like,
there's a lot of insecurities there. I mean,
right.
my coworker's fiance lives in Seattle.
Right. That's a long distance relationship.
Yes.
Columbus to Cincinnati is traffic, is what we're talking about. We're not talking. It's just bad traffic. So
it's about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's not.
But most times when things are closer, it seems to be far away. And so when we start talking about the distance is shorter, but it's seems far away because it is close. Like you think you should be there more.
Yeah.
Because you're there because it's closer.
Yeah.
But when you are long ways away, you just know that it's only going to be a few times, and you got to plan it. And all those things you got to do to make it happen, and you're okay with it. But if you're close, you feel like, oh, you should be here more, or we should be spending time more. Well,
you should.
We're hour and a half.
You can have a long distance relationship and live in the same house.
Also true. True.
We're gonna be honest.
Also true. All right, Charlie. We know you gotta get out of here. What you got the shout outs for us before you get out of here?
Well, shout out to my wife.
It's a snap.
My wife has been doing an amazing job with our Champions Ranch. And
Yeah.
last night we had a collaboration with the Herc. It's a Jewish organization here in town.
Okay.
We showed the documentary Shared Legacies, which was talking about the relationship or the legacies between the African American community and the Jewish community. Um, of course, during slavery, and then um, the Jewish community in Auschwitz,
Hmm.
the Holocaust,
Holocaust and
how those
concentration camps.
two have you know are looked upon as the same
Yeah.
as far as treatment and those types of things, and so how they also came together during the civil rights movement and supported each other during that time.
Yeah.
So it's a very good documentary. Um, I'm not sure if it's out yet, but it's called Shared Legacies.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Shout out to the
Mazel
lovely
tov.
Mrs. Ward.
Yes.
Shout out to the lovely Mrs. Ward. And shout out to Hope, who's out here giving her a play-by-play.
How was her broadcast? Did you have you
last
listened to it yet?
hour.
I haven't, but I heard people say she did a good job.
I'm sure she did.
Which
I just
It's
want to know
Hope.
how much she made
It's
fun
Hope.
of her daddy. That's all I wanted. That's all I cared about.
I'm sure she did.
I need to go back and listen to it just for my own giggles. All right, Mr. Ward. We'll be sending up a few timbers for you this weekend. What's going on with your rattler there? That got weird there all of a sudden. I don't know.
So the rattler does.
That the early morning rattler trying to get out of bed. Like what's going on? All right, Charlie. We appreciate you, brother.
I'll see you guys.
All right, man.
See each other.
All right.
Great Charlie Ward, ladies and gentlemen. Always a good time.
Yeah, he is.
Never a dull moment with Charlie Ward.
Nope.
Never Charlie Ward. So I guess now, what do? We go on to the next show, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Scoop in, y'all, we got it. 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 Scoop in, y'all, we got it.
That's how we go. This is how it games the press pro. That's how we go. This is how it games the press pro. That's how we go. This is how it games the press pro. That's how we go. This is how it games the press pro. And now, get ready for Ginger Caskins and Lloyd Spence, the press and the pros. Let's go.
Every time I hear that, I want to just get up and crip walk, but I can't crip walk though. I don't really know what to do.
You'll hurt your old knees doing that.
I don't have old knees. I ain't got the gout. I'm good.
You old though.
That's true.
I mean, them knees is old too. Go ahead, sit down over there, Leroy.
I have vintage knees. not old, vintage.
By the way, shout out to Stephen A's pink jacket and tie he's got on today. It'd be a fantastic Oaks outfit.
What is going on with this tie? What's happening?
He's got on this pink jacket and pink tie. I like it. This would be perfect for Oaks.
Let me see this tie. That is actually nice.
Yeah.
That is actually nice for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes his outfits,
yeah, he's doing too much sometimes.
they're not as dynamic as he would like to think. You're like, it's an okay thing. But that one actually looks nice.
I like that.
Looks As I was saying before Charlie left, it is All-Star weekend and a lot
I
of
wish we
activity
actually had an
in the
all-star
association.
game.
Say that again.
So I wish we actually had an all-star game instead of whatever
There's
this
going to be an
madness is they're
All-Star
doing.
game. It's going to be the USA versus the world.
Ish.
Ish.
We'll
We'll get into the ish in a minute, but we can't bypass to the All-Star game and forget about trade grades because we had trades go down this past weekend or this past week, and it got really crazy, but not really. It was crazy, but not really. Like there was a lot.
Well, the two main names that we thought that were out there didn't get traded.
Well, so when we give out grades, it's very interesting. So when we start with the Bucks, because that was the name, everybody was wondering where is Giannis going? Where is Giannis going? Turns out, he went to his living room, and that's about as far as the trade went. He went from maybe the bedroom to the living
And
room.
endorsed the gambling app.
Did he endorse the gambling app? Did I miss that?
Yeah,
this guy's taking pills and I'm old. I'm old.
I didn't say I wasn't. I said you were.
We're in this together.
I didn't say I wasn't old. I just said that
I'm
you
cutting this gray. I'm cutting this gray. I'm going to get my vitality back.
All
right.
I'm looking
I
at.
didn't know he was on the app. I didn't know he was on the
Kalshi. That's the.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I saw that. Yeah, Kalshi. I didn't know that was a gambling app. I saw it everywhere though. It was everywhere for Super Bowl weekend. Like it's like surprise everybody, we're here.
Yeah, you can bet on like anything on this Kalshi app. Like you can bet on stock markets because that's how they were promoting it for the most part on.
Right.
But yeah, and
you know what that sounds like?
And you can bet on where was Giannis going, and then Giannis endorses it.
Yeah. You know what that sounds like to me?
That look good for Giannis, not love Giannis.
You know what that sounds like to me? Addiction. You're betting on everything, you have a problem and you need help. But listen, so for me, the grade is simple. It's an incomplete. There's nothing to grade. They didn't do anything. I mean, yeah, Cam Thomas is now a member of the Bucks, but again, they didn't do anything. So
they didn't do anything because it made more sense for them to not do anything, which is
right.
what I was
Which,
saying.
by the way, was correctly predicted by this
show
right here.
And that's why we both think he's probably going to end up at the Lakers.
It looks that way. It sure. So interestingly enough, by doing little to nothing, the Lakers may have gotten an A. Well, I can't give them an A because technically it hasn't happened yet. But
yeah, to be determined.
Right. So they probably get an incomplete, even though they did do a Luke.
Now, if they don't get him, it's an F.
Oh, it's a massive failure. But it's all signs do point to a successful completion come July, whatever the free agency.
Maybe I don't know. I don't give it a guarantee because I mean
nothing's a guarantee until it happens.
Right, because I think once the season's over and we see where the draft falls, then we'll know.
So you think that Giannis could do a 180 because they were able to get Cameron Boozer?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what picks they can get.
That's what I'm saying.
Honest.
Oh, what picks they get from somebody else?
Yeah. I don't think he plays in Milwaukee next year. I just think it just
I'm just saying
packages that they
could there be better packages out there? Well, so that's the tricky part about this whole thing. What's the most important thing to Milwaukee? Is it getting the picks that are the best that you can possibly get? Because I would have thought that Golden State's picks would have been pretty reasonably solid. 6 picks is great. Because guess what? Golden State probably only got 2 more legitimate years of competitiveness, and then the wheels are going to fall off, with or without Giannis. So, although the recent rumors are very interesting, we'll get into that here in just a second. But I would have the 6 picks and players. Well, I don't know why they didn't take that. That seems. I don't think they're getting 6 picks this summer. 6 number ones.
they're not gonna be. Well, they're not gonna be number ones, but they'll get 6 picks. Yeah, it's Giannis. Yes, it will.
I don't know.
If it's got 3 first-round picks with Desmond Bain.
But that's why I thought the 6 number ones from the Warriors was significant. I'm like, why are you not taking this? But they didn't take it. They didn't. I don't know. It feels like they're going to honor his whatever his request is to go where he wants to go. And if he wants to go to the Lakers, then that's where it'll be. Yeah. That's where it'll be. So, but it's very interesting. Very, very interesting in both those teams. The Cavs took James Harden, as we found out. I think we talked about that last week. That's what it's so you give their overall moves. The Cavs got James Harden, they got Dennis Schroeder, they got Keon Ellis, which, by the way, may be the best part of all of that. Although I did like the way James and Donovan played next to each other the other day against the Nuggets. That was actually really, really good. I was like, hey, this could work. This could work, my guy.
I think he could. I just worry about it come playoff time.
Well, now listen, it's not going to work playoff time because James don't do playoffs.
But now you don't have to lean on him in the playoffs.
Right. So, I gave it a B. B.
I gave it a B. Gave it a B.
I like it so far. We'll see where it goes. The Warriors. I'm going to say this again. I think it needs to be said. I think you got to fire Mike Dunleavy. I think you got to let this dude go. I don't think he knows what he's doing. So if the reports are true, he had Memphis on the phone and a deal in place for Jaren Jackson. That's pretty stinking good, bro. That's a solid trade. And he didn't answer the phone because he thought the Giannis thing could still happen. And then he missed out on the Giannis thing and had to settle for Kristaps Porzingis. That feels like you don't know what you're doing.
That's bad.
It's bad. My prediction.
I feel like the Porzingis deal went down before the Jaren Jackson deal did.
No. That's what made it controversial because it was the deal. They did it the day on the trade deadline day, which is crazy because they had the Jaren. If the reports are true, and it came from several credible sources, they had the deal for Jaren Jackson in place. It was ready to go. It just needed Mike Dunleavy to pick up the phone and to verify the deal.
That's a fireable offense.
It's fireable. It's man, sir. What are you doing? Do you understand your job title? Jesus. So I
especially
think
you watched him play last night, and Porzingis is sitting over on the bench because he's hurt again.
I think Mike Dunleavy leaves the All-Star break unemployed. You can't keep around with that dude.
Because what's firing at the All-Star break going to do? I mean, the trade deadline's over. I think he finishes the season.
Why? Why does he need to be a part of our future plans?
That's not
fire this dude now.
Not part of future plans.
Fire this dude now. Hire a brand new GM and start building your future plan. You're trying to make your own run at Giannis in the summer.
I get that, but
he doesn't need to be a part of that.
My thing is though, firing him in February is not going to.
I 1,000%. It absolutely could. Listen, you still may not get Giannis, but at least you can have somebody in that chair that can help you put some kind of long-term plan together. Whether that's trade Draymond and Steph, or who are we going to go after now that we've blown the Giannis situation? Like you need somebody that knows. I mean,
I'm not saying it. I said it's a fireable offense, but I'm just saying firing him now and hiring somebody now is not going to make a difference. As long as somebody's in place when their season, between when the season's over and when the draft happens and when in the lottery all that happens, that's plenty of time to hire a GM and get them in place.
I will just respectfully disagree because I think
their season's going to be over in like April. You have from April to June. There's plenty of time.
No, because you know what's going to happen. Kristaps Porzingis is going to be just healthy enough for them to get into the 7 to 10 spot.
That's still okay. Early May.
We
They
need to
still have
start
plenty
right
of time.
now.
They've
We
got
need to
plenty
start
of
right
time.
now. Right
They got
now.
plenty of time.
You wasted enough time with this dude. Jesus.
You just want to fire. There's plenty of time.
If I was a Warriors fan, I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure.
Where's Golden State in the standings? Right?
I'm sure if you go to the Twitters or the X, the Golden State
I don't
fans
listen to what fans say anymore. Fans was wanting Mark Pope and Pat Kelsey fired earlier in the season. I don't listen to
that's
fans.
true. That's a solid point right there.
So Golden State's they're going to be in the play-in situation again.
Yeah, they're gonna be in the play-in.
To me, that's fireable in itself. So we both agree that he's probably going to be gone.
You cannot bring this guy back. With all due respect to Mike Dunleavy, you cannot bring him back. It's over.
But I'm just saying, firing him now is not going to make any difference.
It gives us a little more. It gives us a little more time to plan. Is what it does.
Rarely see what you know what you're going to do. The firing.
You
You rarely see a GM get fired in February.
Oh, so what's the difference in firing him in February and firing him in April?
Because you just play out the season at this point.
For what reason? For what reason?
But what is the GM going to do after the trade deadline anyway? There's nothing to do.
Right. So why keep him around? Just fire him. Listen, you know what's funny about what we're saying? We're probably both right. like there's really no advantage either way, and it probably doesn't make a difference because you're probably out on the. If they're not going to take your deal in February, they're not going to take your deal in July. They're just not going to do it.
Right, and plus you said, hold on. You also said Porzingis could take them on some run. Porzingis ain't playing 8 games in a row.
He didn't even play 8 games when the Celtics won the championship, did he? Like he set some of those games out, didn't he?
He set out some of those games too. Yeah.
Jesus, man, that guy's career has been crazy
because he has some illness. He
has an illness.
On top of being injured, he's got an illness too.
And I'm not even shading him for the illness. I'm just saying, you already know he has an illness. Why is that your big trade? That's crazy work. But, that's what you got rid of Kuminga for, who steals food, by the way, apparently.
Yeah, his people do.
You're right. It's not him. It's his entourage. But who among us has not taken a chicken wing? Like, come on now.
Why does Kuminga have an entourage?
That's a great question. Let's stop there for a second and consider that. Why does Jonathan Kuminga, who and even more to that point, who is in Jonathan Kuminga's entourage? Like, what life choices have you failed at that your best options are being in the entourage of Jonathan Kuminga? That seems kind of wild to me. Like, you got to make better life choices than that. Like,
man, some Oakland dudes.
Something has gone horribly awry if your best option is being in the crew of Jonathan Kuminga.
You use his crew to link up with another crew. It's all about networking.
But but if he's going to Atlanta.
Well, they didn't know that at the time when they got in the crew. At the time, he was a Warrior.
Right, he was a Warrior.
Winning the title.
That might be an upgrade if you're in the crew. Like, you can find a lot of options for crews in Atlanta. Like, you can go to T.I.'s crew, Future's crew, Young Thug's crew, Country Wayne's crew.
They're more his age, I guess, because in Oakland, you got like E40 and.
What about Drewski? Is Drewski living in Atlanta? Is Drewski from Atlanta?
I don't know where he's from.
I don't know where he's from either, but
he has a lot of
Desi Banks is an Atlanta guy, right? There you go. That's a fine crew right there.
You keep up with this stuff more than I do. So
I'm just saying.
I know that name. I don't really know.
Get your crew game together is what we're saying. This is crazy that you're in Jonathan Kuminga's crew. That's crazy.
I think he has a chance to live out his NBA dreams in Atlanta because nobody else is there to take shots. So.
For now. For now. I mean, listen, it's all about.
What's crazy is people were talking about Atlanta as a dark horse to win the Eastern Conference this year, and now they blow the whole team up.
Atlanta is the Clippers of the South.
Yep.
They go Hawks go Hawk, baby.
Yeah.
They go do it, brother. It's just a matter of time.
Yep.
Just a matter of time. Okay. The Wizards traded for everybody, and then traded away everybody, and they ended up with a team that has nobody.
Well, they have a team that if they play, they could be decent.
Already announced AD's not playing the rest of the season.
Well, I'm not talking about. Well, neither is what's
Trae
the title from that? Trae Young's not playing this year either. They're not trying to win. They're not trying to win. Of course, they're not going to play this year.
So let me get this straight. You are a 19 to 20-year-old superstar about to be taken in the lottery. You've worked your entire life for this NBA basketball moment. And on draft day, Adam Silver goes on stage and says, with the whatever pick in the draft, the Washington Wizards take. And you're excited about that, or does your heart sink to your stomach?
You're excited about that because you getting that lottery pick money.
Okay.
Everything else will fall into place.
You're excited. You can feel, actually, you know what the truth is? You can feel both emotions. You can say, I finally get that check. I just got to survive being on the Wizards.
2 years.
Right. 2-3 years tops. And I can get out of here. So there you go.
Or you get a max.
Yeah. Don't really understand anything they did with AD, Trae Young. Don't understand their long 8-year plan as the GM said they have. We'll see, I guess. But for me right now, it's probably, I guess you could say they dumped some salary, so we'll give them a C-.
Because they kept Sarr, right?
They kept Sarr, so that's good.
I mean, if you get a high draft, you can get one of these high draft picks, put them with AD, Trae Young, and Sarr. You got a pretty good starting five.
That never plays though. Like they're not.
But Trae plays. He's just out now, but he plays. He's not one of those. He's not AD. He plays.
He's not far from AD. He's had a lot of injury the last few years.
But
he's had a lot of.
They're 14 and 39, so they're most likely going to get the number one pick.
It appears so.
And so, dear Lord, I'm just looking at their schedule. How many games they've lost in a row? It's insane. But yeah, let's look at their roster. So the
Wizards have mastered tanking. They've mastered it
so much that they're always tanking.
Right. Well, it's such a high level of tanking that it's not even viewed as tanking anymore. It's just viewed as the Wizards.
The Wizards. Yeah.
Right. So that's where you know you got something down to perfection. The sauce is delicious.
I keep forgetting D'Angelo Russell went there too.
By the way, they told him you ain't even gotta get on the plane, bro. We good.
They still got him on the roster.
Well,
they haven't cut him yet.
They haven't cut him yet. They're going to
bought him out yet.
I think Chris Paul, there's a few other people that are being bought out, and I think they're all waiting till after the All-Star break to officially do so. Yeah. So, there you go. Celtics got Nikola Vucevic.
Vucevic, yes.
I give
them an A.
That's a solid get.
I think while trading Anthony Simons, who's having a pretty good season, they think Tatum's coming back. And you can get Vucevic because you already lost Horford and Porzingis. So
I had an extensive conversation with my homie who's a professional physical therapist, and we talked about that injury specifically Jason Tatum. And we outlined the timetable, and he said, Lloyd, everything that you're saying with him is in alignment with where I would probably have him at this point. He said, now, are you asking me, should he play? He said, that's really an individual thing. If the guy feels like he can play, there's no real detriment if he has followed all of the steps that he must follow to get back on the court as it relates to what we would green light. And I said, my only response to that was, I got it, but he won't have completed those steps until, like, realistically, according to what you're telling me as a timetable, he won't complete those steps until like March, right? Sometime in late March, middle to late March, right? Mm-hmm. He said, probably. I said, okay, well then what's the point? Like, if so that he can make a playoff run, and because he's not going to be 100%. He said no, probably not 100% by the end of March. So then you're going to just keep easing them back so that it just, I don't get it. They're playing fine. They're number 2 in the Eastern Conference with a potential of being listen, Detroit is playing great, but no, they're not locked to the number 1 seed.
Right. I mean, they're young. They could make some mistakes. Even if Detroit wins it, because at the end of the day, with a young team like that, Detroit needs home court advantage more than the Knicks and 100%. Celtics do. So they're going to probably most likely win the Eastern Conferences. I don't think the Knicks and Celtics are concerned about that.
They don't care.
But,
right.
I don't know. I mean, it just depends on the player. We just, we're not there. And so
I'm not there, and if I were the Celtics ownership,
I would leave it alone.
I'd leave it alone.
You don't have to win a title this year. You don't.
The long term of where we're going to be means far more to me than a one-off and something goes wrong. I just don't see the benefit of
It's not worth the risk. Right.
It's not worth the risk to me.
Because he comes in, he's going to throw off chemistry, and it's no knock on anybody, but they got an established chemistry right now.
And he's going to feel as though he needs to be Jason Tatum again, which he does not.
Right. And I mean, I guess it is the equivalent of, you make a trade, you bring in, but I don't know. I think I would just let this year play out. You don't have to win the title this year.
You don't have to win it. Fine. You're fine. We're fine. And if you do without him, then oh well.
The thing is, okay, he comes back and they come out of Eastern Conference. They're not beating the Thunder if the Thunder are there.
No.
And it's still, even though the Thunder struggled this year, there's nothing I've seen that makes me think that they're not going to be right there at the end of the year. So
I agree 100%. So, Bulls, they dumped a lot of salary, and they put themselves in position for I don't know. So.
I don't know what they're doing there. I feel so sorry for Bulls fans because they still sell out that arena every night, and that team has been terrible for 30 years now. They had a little blip when Derrick Rose was healthy. That's about it.
Yeah. Same thing with the Mavs. The Mavs dumped AD, dumped a couple other salaries. They have not yet bought out Klay Thompson, though all signs.
They're still playing him too. That's what's weird.
All signs do point to him being bought out.
I thought he would be, or at least traded, but
I would think that over the next coming days, at the start of next week, before the trade before the All-Star break is over, he's already going to be in LA anyway. He's already in LA having a time of his life. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. Listen, nobody's living their best life like Klay Thompson. Nobody.
Yeah, Meg's just along for the ride because Klay is Klay.
Klay is right. Klay was living this life before Meg came along. But
yeah, I'm saying she's just along for the ride.
Right. Let's not be
Klay's just living Klay's life.
Now I will say this is a significant add to Klay's life. He seems very, very, very happy.
It's just more attention on it now.
Yeah. But also Klay's doing fine. He's doing fine. So I would think that he will get bought out. The Pacers got their long-term center in maybe one of the most bizarre trades of all time in giving away. I don't know why people don't want Zubac on their team. Why neither LA team thought he was significant to their long-term future. It's crazy.
Especially the Clippers. I can kind of get the Lakers because he was young, but with the Clippers, I mean, he's been their most consistent player playing time wise.
Yeah.
And he's solid.
He's very solid.
Yeah. I like that pairing with Halliburton for next season.
Yeah, that would have been really good. The Grizzlies did not do the thing we thought they were going to do after doing the thing that nobody knew they were going to do.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if their price is too high for Ja. It's got to be what it is, right?
They said they brought the price way down, and people were still like, nah, it's okay. This feels very much like that In Living Color skit where they were trying to give away School Days VHSs and nobody wanted them. I listen. To quote the great Kendrick Perkins, he said, "Ja, you got 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on the banana peel." I don't think he's far off on that. I think Ja
No, he's not.
value is not even close or in the vicinity of what he thinks it is. And if that doesn't signal your final wake up call, then I don't know what to tell you, young man. I this is not going to end well because I do.
And you know
I
what's
do.
crazy?
Go ahead.
I think part of it too is more his actions when he's been hurt and like getting into it with players when he's not even playing. I think that's bugging people more than the guns. I mean, we've seen gun stuff from players for years. All the stupid stuff that he's gotten in trouble for. Let's be honest, we've seen that 1,000 times over. As players in the league running around now with stupid stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's his all the others. It's his goofy antics, like when I'm getting in Clay's face. And then like all that stupid stuff.
His number one detriment is his immaturity. He refuses to grow up. And so the league has a way of helping you with that, if that is your stance. And he is right on the cut line. He and Zion Williamson are going to start a buddy cop movie at this point called The Immature Ones. And so it's just a matter of time. You don't get to keep messing up. So what do you grade them? What would you grade the Grizzlies?
F. You traded away. Well, I won't say F because
they got a lot of good picks.
They got a ton of picks, and they've gone the OKC route. So I can't give. That's crazy for me to give them an F.
It's a solid C minus though.
I'd say a C, unless the caveat is this. They think they can build him into SGA.
It's an F. It's an F. There's nothing that says that's true.
Well, talent-wise, there is.
Talent-wise, but there's no evidence of anyone on that staff being able to penetrate that man's heart and mind.
Right.
So
that's the only because to me that seems like their only way they're going to get anything for him or out of him is if they just like, you know what, we're just going to build this around him and make him SGA and go on from there. Now, to me, that's crazy, but I mean, that's the only logical thing I can see that can happen because it's crazy. That talent like that, we've never seen a talent like that fumble the bag like this.
Never. That is the strongest point I think I've heard ever about Ja Morant. We've never seen a talent of that level fumble the bag on this level.
Yeah.
It's crazy because this is a guy that should be making Luka money.
Yeah. Instead, he might be playing over in Spain somewhere.
He's not going to make as much as Isaiah Stewart at this point.
Right.
Like it's he's 1 foot out the league. It's that close. So, which brings us to the Heat. The Heat did nothing. And maybe they shouldn't have. I don't know. I don't really know. They're so all in on Giannis, kind of like the Lakers, that they're kind of like, let's just stand pat. But here's what makes this also interesting. And I don't know if you've heard this. The Golden State Valkyries have decided and basically announced that they're going to make a significant run at A'ja Wilson. And also, the Golden State Warriors have said, so are we. We're going to make a run at Bam Adebayo. We've never seen two superstars end up in the same city that are dating or about to be married.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, that's gotten some traction. And so, first of all, let me say this. 100% like the Bam Adebayo plan for the Warriors more than I like the Giannis plan. That's way better. That's way better. Because here's the thing about that plan. When Steph's time is up, you've at least solved your long-term problem that you've always had. You have a workable center. Now, he's not as good as Giannis, but he's stable. He's stabilized. He's done everything and stabilized Miami. The only reason Miami's still competitive is because of Bam Adebayo. So You move that stability to the Warriors, and you got flexibility all around you to make other moves. Because he ain't going nowhere as long as his wife, girlfriend, is in.
That's the only part that it makes sense. There's nowhere on earth you'd rather have Bam over Giannis.
I didn't say you'd rather have Bam over Giannis.
I said it's a better deal, so that's what you said.
Well, for the short term of what you're trying to accomplish, it's a better fit. Because
Bam is so inconsistent.
With Bam, you don't have to gut the team. With Giannis, you do. You're going to have to gut the team. And you're going to lose a ton of first-round picks. It's going to be a nightmare. You're not winning. The Golden State Warriors aren't winning a championship with Giannis. It's never going to happen.
They got a better chance of winning with Giannis than they do with Bam.
I disagree because with
Giannis Bam, has a title. Bam doesn't.
No, but that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. I'm saying with Giannis, I can't put other pieces around it because you're not the Heat don't want Draymond.
Nobody really wants Draymond for real, but
because he's too old. That's my point. So they're gonna have to give up picks. They're gonna have to give up.
They're gonna do that either way. Because Miami's just not going to just take Draymond either. They're going to have to give up a bunch of picks for Bam, too. I mean, look, Miami won't give up
picks.
Look, dude, Miami would not give up Tyler Hero for James Harden years ago. No, Miami's not giving up anything.
Miami is stubborn. That part is very true. Miami's very stubborn. Pat Riley is surly.
They have not given up. They've had opportunities to give up on Hero so many times. If they're not gonna give up on Hero, they're not giving up on Bam.
Yeah, Tyler Hero the most,
and Hero's been out. He's been out most of this season.
He's the most unloved superstar. I don't even call him a superstar at this point. Like he's just a guy.
Because he's hurt all the time.
Yeah, he's a guy doing a thing. He's just a guy.
And I like.
I really like.
I don't understand why they have this love affair with him when they passed up superstars to keep him, and they're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Oh well. All right, so that's our grades, guys. That's like, I didn't say the Clippers, but I mean, the Clippers are clippering.
Just dumpster fire.
Yeah, they're clippering. They're doing exactly what they do.
Yep.
So it's not, their grade is pretty obvious.
Like you said, they need to move out of LA and change the name.
Change the name. What would a good Clipper name
depends on where they move. Depends on where they move.
Well, even if they stay in LA, they could be like
they're in Inglewood, right?
Yeah. The Woods.
Call them, first of all, call themselves Inglewood, whatever.
Inglewood. Start with that. Right. Yeah, change it like completely. Inglewood. The Inglewood. I don't know. Plaid shirts, or
they want to stay at the ocean, so Inglewood Sharks, Inglewood Orcas.
Stingrays. The Stingrays of Inglewood. I don't know. I don't know. They gotta do something. It's bad. Speaking of bad, All-Star Weekend is this weekend. I don't know. First of all, let's start with the Rising Stars game, which the biggest star of the Rising Stars game is now been announced that he will not be playing. Cooper Flagg will not be playing in this game. So the whole game is now anticlimactic. Like, I don't even know why.
You got Con Knipple.
The big Con Knipple fan base out there outside of Charlotte.
Just throw anything out there.
Yes, I saw you try to throw that on the wall, open sticks. I saw that. I saw it. It'll be whatever it is. And that again, let me just start. Let's just air the whole thing out. I loathe these multiple team format things that are happening in the All-Star Weekend now for the Rising Stars game and also for the USA versus the World game. This is just stupid. It's just stupid. It's so unnecessarily unnecessarily complicated.
Right. I'm like, just have an All-Star game, US versus the World, and call it a day.
First of all,
they know the world will win, so that's why they don't do it.
First of all, it's the All-Star game. Who gives a damn? Just pick
who cares?
12 guys on one side and 12 guys on the other side. Let them play for 48 minutes.
That's all we want.
What are we doing? And if USA gets beat, they get beat.
So what?
And they're
They
probably
win
going
the
to get
Olymp-
beat.
They will get beat.
Yeah.
They'll win the Olympics, so who cares?
Right. So there you go.
I think those days are numbered too.
The gap is definitely closing. So the only thing I'm really interested in is probably the 3-point contest. Although I do have a beef. I have a beef. A name popped up late on as a participant in the
There's
3-point
Con Knipple.
contest. No, that's not the name.
Nah, that's it. Why is Damian Lillard on there?
That's the name.
I did not know that until I just saw that crap.
So let me tell you what my mama used to tell me. I'd say, Mama, I'm sick. I can't go to church. She'd say, okay, you don't have to go to church today. But that also means you can't go nowhere else. Fam, you can't play the games in your own building, but you're going to play in the 3-point contest? That's crazy. That's crazy.
There's got to be a rule that you have to play. If there's a rule that you have to play so many games to be all NBA, it has to be rules that you have to play to be in the All-Star
Adam Silver
weekend.
Adam Silver's wild, bro. Like, I like him, but that's wild. That's wild. Man, they played a quarter. They played a minute of a quarter, a second of a quarter of any game this NBA
He hasn't even warmed up, I don't think.
But he's ready to be in a 3-point on a ACL recovery.
I mean, he's just running from rack to rack, so I'm sure it's fine, but still,
that's wild work, bro.
That's wild.
That's wild.
I just don't like it because he hasn't played.
He hadn't played. If he
the
had
injury
played,
part of it, I'm just like, it's not that hard. It's not.
If he plays tonight, then okay, I'm stalling him out. But he ain't playing. He ain't playing. Okay, I just want to get out my chest. Sneaky. This dunk contest could be interesting. Because any son of Jason Richardson probably is a halfway decent dunker. He got his daddy's genes. I would think he's going to be halfway decent.
Look at these names. I mean,
I don't love the Jackson Hayes thing. I haven't seen anything that makes me think he's going to be a great dunker in this game.
You see that dunk in game he had against the Bulls?
The one he almost got hung on? Yeah, I saw it.
It's in game on a fast break.
He pulled it off. I ain't mad at him. But also,
he got hops for his man his size. He's not going to win because he's too tall.
He's not going to win.
But
I keep hearing Carter Bryant is a man child, and he can get up. So I'm interested.
I'm just tired.
Every time I doubt the dunking contest, it seems like it is not halfway. You know,
I'm just tired of not having names in it.
But the biggest thing that nobody's talking about the All-Star game is the fact that it's not going to be on TNT for the first time in forever.
Well, they talked about it plenty last year.
well, I'm saying nobody's talking about it this year, and I'm saying, will it be as good? First of all, can people even be able to find it because it's going to be on Peacock?
It's going to be on NBC.
You think they'll do a dual broadcast? Not with the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, they will.
They can't have.
The Winter Olympics are over by the time the All-Star game starts. The games, the games themselves.
I guess technically that's true. All right.
They're not. NBA's not going to put their All-Star game on NBA just on NBC and it just be on Peacock.
I would think not. I would think not. But you know, Peacock do weird stuff, bro. Like NBC be doing weird stuff sometimes. Like they be putting. Like Notre Dame plays exclusively on Peacock. You never see them on TV. You like
they play games on regular NBC too.
Not a lot though. Well, I don't know. You're an NBC affiliate, so maybe
I know. That's why I'm like, why are you arguing with me?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was just thinking about that. Said, maybe you know a little bit more than I know about that particular situation. But yeah,
they put a lot of Big Ten games on Peacock.
Okay, all right. They put a lot of Big Ten games.
They put good Big Ten games on Peacock, which is weird.
That's what I'm saying. They do weird stuff all the time.
But that's the Big Ten. That's more the Big Ten than people. Big Ten does weird stuff like that. Big Ten puts like their good women's game on their Big Ten Plus app that you have to pay for. I'm like,
that is true because USC and UCLA all last year was on Peacock. Not one of them games was on TV, which is crazy.
Yeah, the Big Ten does weird stuff.
You have the biggest name in college women's basketball playing on Peacock. That's crazy work. Two of the biggest names. Okay. That's it for the All-Star weekend. I'm curious to know what with all due respect to those guys, I just can't imagine.
It's the least excited I've been for All-Star weekend, though.
Yeah, I can't
I
imagine.
do not like this format. I'm
No.
still fine with the All-Star Saturday night. I'm still fine with that. But Sunday, I'm just like,
Yeah, it is what it is. All right. Let's quickly get to the rest of the stuff. Your Super Bowl. What did you think? The game.
I thought it was fine. I kept hearing you in my head when it was such a defensive game, because I know you always say you like defense.
Like good defensive game. It was a good game.
And I did too. I was like telling people, like, they feel a little boring because defense. I was like, but they were hitting though. It'd be different if it was just a defensive game where the offenses were just running straight up the middle and getting stopped and all that stuff. No, they were hitting out there. Both teams. Both teams were playing great defense in that game.
So my official score prediction was 30-13. So, you can imagine how crazy I thought that was when I looked up and saw 29-13 was the final score. I was like, wow. I actually had forgotten. Chad had to remind me. He was like, yo, bro, your score was 29. Your official score was 30-13.
It surprised me how many people were picking the Patriots to win that game. I'm like, what?
Those are people who hadn't seen those guys play.
No, but they were analysts. There were some of a lot of NFL analysts were like, I was like, dude, what do you? I granted, they're selling the game.
That don't mean they really saw the Seahawks play. If you really saw them play, there's no way you could have picked the Patriots. There's no way. I mean,
we said on this show that the Super Bowl was the Rams Seahawks game.
Yeah.
And whoever won that Broncos Patriots game was going to lose to the Rams and the Seahawks. Rams and Seahawks are the best two teams, and if the 49ers were healthy, they were the top three teams.
Well, let me say it differently. Maybe you didn't see the Patriots play. Maybe that's your problem. Because if you saw the Patriots play all season, you would have known Drake May was not prepared for this moment.
No, I disagree with that because he was second in the MVP voting. So it's just if you didn't see him play. No, listen to me.
Go ahead.
If you saw them play, you thought so because they played.
I see what you're saying.
There's a reason why he was second in the MVP voting. So I can see that if you saw the Patriots and didn't see the Seahawks and you thought the Patriots don't have a chance to win, I can get it. But if you watched both teams, well, no way in the world New England was going to win that game.
I had seen every Patriots game and I'd seen every Seahawks game, and I realized this is not going to be close.
No.
This is not going to be close at all.
It's not
at all.
Yeah. And God bless him, and he had a great season, but Drake May was overrated.
100%.
The Patriots played the worst schedule in the league last year.
Will they get back? Will they get back?
No.
Ever.
I'm not saying ever. I'm just saying not next season. I mean,
they won't get back next season.
NFL is kooky. I mean, you can't say ever with anybody.
Yeah.
Except the Jets.
Will the Seahawks get back?
I don't know, because like a healthy 49ers team, their division is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. And then like the NFC is like seriously surpassed the AFC right now.
It feels that way. It feels like the NFC is about to get like really crazy.
Yeah, because
it feels like it. So
because I mean the whole NFC West is crazy.
Yeah.
And then the Bears are coming. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what the Falcons are. I don't know what the Falcons are doing.
Everybody says the Bears are coming. Well, nobody knows what the Falcons are doing. The Falcons are the Clippers of football. So, so nobody knows.
And then I keep hearing, are you on the lack of better term, the love train with Love at Green Bay? Because I'm not.
No.
I think he's fine, but these people be acting like he's Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. I'm like,
no, he's not. He's okay. He's okay.
Fine.
Yeah. No, I'm not enamored with Jordan Love at all.
I'm not either.
Yeah. No.
I'm like, but like Detroit's going to be good again. I think
they'll be fine.
And I think the NFC East. I think everybody's getting better in the NFC East this year.
I think you're going to see a dramatic.
Except the Eagles, I think they're going to take a step back.
Well, but they'll still be competitive. They'll still be competitive. That defense is that defense. And now they'll be on the field too much this time because they're going to lose A.J. Brown. I do not think A.J. Brown.
There's no way he comes back.
How? How do you bring that back? You're going to do that? You're going to run that back? No. But by the way, don't be surprised if A.J. ends up in the division Would not surprise me if Washington and my Giants make a run for him, and maybe your Cowboys.
Well, it depends on what they do. Well, I don't think they will because they're
going to fumble this Pickens thing.
They're either going
to
they're either going to do Pickens or they're going to franchise him and trade for Max Crosby. That's what the tea leaves are saying. And
that's what the
that's why I don't.
I don't
think they have the. I don't think they have the cap room to go after AJ Brown.
Let me ask you this question: which one?
That's why they have to franchise Pickens.
Which one do you prefer?
Who, Brown or Pickens? Or Brown and
Crosby? Yeah, Crosby or Pickens.
That's a tough one. I think
because Crosby and Quentin Williams is not a bad tandem.
That's what I'm thinking. Because like my thing is, if you can get you're not going to get another George Pickens, but if you can get something to at least take the pressure off CD, then go ahead and get Crosby.
I was gonna say you can always get another George Pickens. You just need there's a lot of young talent in the receiver position coming.
And you can draft.
Yeah, draft and save the money. Save the money. Let that dude walk. Go get Crosby. You got these for number ones that you got from the Packers. Go get Crosby. That makes the most sense.
But the thing is, the hang up is Crosby because Dallas had a deal for him last year. They gave him they were going to give the Raiders a substantial package last year, and Crosby didn't want to go. So
he wants to go now. He wants to go now. He already announced that he's leaving.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. It'll be interesting to see. What about halftime show?
Loved it.
Listen,
that was awesome.
Didn't understand a word that man said.
I understand when he said "God bless America." He said some English.
Yeah, but
and the people talking about it. There was no English in it. There's no white people in it. I'm like, Lady Gaga literally is white and sang in English.
She's about as white as it comes.
And sung in English.
Also,
but yeah,
I don't care. I don't care. Listen, let me be clear.
Look, man, they don't care either.
Right. You know what? Thank you for saying that because I'm so sick of fake outrage.
Yes,
and that's what this is. This is fake outrage. Come on now.
Yeah, they don't care.
All right, let's move on. The commercials.
Yeah, of course. All of us old heads love the Duncan one.
Yeah, that was unique. That was probably the most unique one.
Now you can't call it unique now because everybody's doing the AI thing, but it was fun to see Whitley and Urkel and Carlton and
all in the same room.
Yeah, and Seinfeld. And,
yeah,
it was cool. I liked it.
That was your favorite, the Duncan?
Really, that's the only one. I mean, the Jurassic Park one was kind of weird.
It was very weird.
The Budweiser one was predictable.
Coinbase wasted $8 million.
Yeah.
They could have just donated that to charity.
A
karaoke, that's crazy.
Whatchamacallit, Ben Stiller one was pretty funny.
I like the Danny McBride.
Those are funny.
That was funny. I like that one. I really like that one. Other than that, it was very anticlimactic. Those commercials weren't the greatest.
Michael Key.
Yes, Keegan Michael Key.
Yeah.
What else we got? That's it as relates as far as the game is concerned, I guess.
I still it cracked me up those days. Like, well, we can't give the whole defense the MVP. Why not? Who says it has to be one person?
There should be no rule that first of all, it's the defense and it's not close. The only other person that should have gotten the MVP was the kicker. This is the first time I can say the kicker was robbed.
Low key, the punter.
The punter was fired too.
3 punts inside the 5.
The punter was fired too. He did his job. His job. So yeah, I wouldn't have been mad at getting it to the punter either. That no disrespect to Ken Walker. He had a great game.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have given it to him over the kicker. I mean,
yeah,
the kicker.
They did.
He got him there. It wasn't like he was making like 55 and 60-yard bombs. He was making like normal field goals that every field goal kicker can make.
Right. Just real quick before we leave the NFL, did you hear the comments of Joey Porter, like basically going off on James Harrison and Ben Roethlisberger?
No.
First of all, we got to get microphones away from people because this is
Yes, I'm so
becoming a
tired.
problem. Right.
Yeah,
This is
everybody's got
problematic.
beef,
Yeah.
and
And
it's all of attention things.
although I think Joy's is legit this time. He
Well,
said that James Harrison and Big Ben broke the brotherhood.
what they do?
Well, talking about Mike Tomlin is not a Hall of Fame coach. Like,
They said that.
yes, Joey said, first of all, James, how you gonna say Mike, the guy that got you to 3 or 4 all pro NFL first teams, the guy that got you defensive player of the year, the guy that got you to 2 Super Bowls, how is he not the guy that got you paid by $50 million? How is he not a Hall of Fame coach?
And he didn't even have Chelsea Clinton.
He didn't even have Chelsea Clinton.
Wow, I did not know that they had said that.
Yeah, they said. Well,
usually it's Joey Porter that's saying the nonsense. That's why I was blowing it up.
Well, the other thing he said,
and James Harrison usually doesn't even talk.
Right, it's crazy to hear him say that. But then the other thing that
Big Ben being an idiot doesn't surprise me.
No, but Joey responding surprised me. Joey said, if we were to tell the truth about Big Ben, he was an awful teammate.
That doesn't surprise me.
He said he was an awful teammate. He's one of the worst teammates he's ever had. And he said, hey, man, we protected you, fam. And the fact that you coming out on Mike Tomlin is crazy. You're a terrible teammate. Big Ben has not responded yet. I'm curious to see what he's going to
say. It all checks out to me.
Yeah, it tracks.
I've never been a Big Ben fan, so it all checks out.
Yeah, it tracks. It definitely tracks. Okay. As we do the shout outs, I want to give a melancholy rest in peace, to borrow from pardon the interruption. Melancholy rest in peace to James Vanderbeek, who passed yesterday. If you know James Vanderbeek, one of the pillars of 90s
television with Dawson's Creek,
coming of age shows. Dawson's Creek
and Varsity Blues. Varsity Blues to me is top 5 football movie of all time.
Yeah, so
and not 5.
Not 5. Wow, he leaves behind, I want to say, like 5 kids.
Because I didn't even know he was sick.
Yeah, he'd been battling cancer for a minute. Yeah, he'd been battling cancer for a minute, so I knew he'd been sick. But I didn't know.
Always seemed like a good dude. So
seemed like a good dude.
Crazy, like 3. Was it 3 of the players from the main characters from Varsity Blues have passed?
Yeah,
that's wild.
So rest in peace to the great James Vanderbeek. Have you been keeping up with this Savannah Guthrie thing? That's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know details, but I know it just doesn't seem to be getting any better every day. Although they do have a person of interest now. I heard.
Yeah. I do feel like I feel like she's still alive.
Well, I pray she's still alive. That's crazy. To kidnap an old lady, that's crazy. Like,
I feel like it's somebody that knows them.
It has to be, right? Doesn't it have to be? Like, why would you do this?
Yeah.
I don't know. The world is weird right now. The world is very weird. Okay. Who we shouting out, my brother?
I'll send a shout out to Michael, mainly because I shot that game.
40,000. Crazy.
And I also want to give a shout out to Ryan Conwell, because he had 31 points too.
He was on his heels. He was on his heels.
Yeah, and so the two of them, they're good kids. It was fun to see them have a great game like that, and it was subtle, but really for both of them. I mean, it got loud for Michael in the second half, but like no one really realized that Ryan had 31 points until you looked up. It was like, oh, all right.
He's had a good day.
So shout out to them. Shout out to Michael Brown Sr., who I talked to after the end of the game. Super nice brother, good dude. That's amazing. And also shout out to Lamar Wilkerson for Indiana, because that same night he dropped 41 against Oregon. And so
he's right. He was right behind him.
Yeah, it's his second 40-point game of the season. So shout out to those three brothers.
All right. I don't know. I really don't have any significant shout outs this time.
Oh, and shout out to the quad god
the
in the Winter
quad
Olympics.
god.
Yes, the quad god.
Who is the quad god?
He's an American figure skater. I can't never say his name. That's why but his nickname is the quad god.
Okay.
Ilya Malinin.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about. I didn't know he was the quad god. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
his nickname is the quad god because he does the 4 spins or whatever.
Got you.
I'm not a figure skater aficionado.
I tried to watch curling.
I can't do curling. I can a little bit do figure skating because there is some athleticism involved, but I can't do the curling.
Curling just seems like cheating. Like you get to mess with the thing. You don't get to touch it, but you can make a path for it all the way to the. That seems crazy. It seems like why are we?
I mean, it's a skill. It's a skill, but it's not it's not athleticism. I mean,
it doesn't feel like
the quad guy did a backflip on the ice skates.
Wow, that's a skill.
And low key, some of the music selections for quad guy, look them up.
Okay, I want to see that. I want to see.
He definitely likes his hip hop.
I'm here for it.
Which I've never understood why they don't use that in music routines for both them, and you see it more in gymnastics now. But I'm like, when you want something upbeat,
they do it in American competition. They don't necessarily do it.
Well, I can understand. That's what I mean, but not as much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if they have his last one on here because I know I heard some Kendrick back there the other day.
Yeah.
So
speaking of Kendrick, shout out. I will give a shout out. Shout out to Cat Williams who showed Kendrick Lamar like all kinds of love in his latest stands up. He started with Kendrick Lamar.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, he started with Kendrick Lamar and ended with Kendrick Lamar and played Kendrick Lamar through the show. I was like, man, you and Kendrick are having a love fest right now. or are you also drawing your line in the sand as to who you support in this particular?
At this point, I mean, does it really need to?
He doesn't need to. Kendrick is done.
That battle's over and done.
Yeah, somebody needs to inform their team that it's over.
Well, somebody needs to inform all these other people who keep trying to jump in it, like the game, that Kendrick's ain't got time for y'all. He did his deal and he's done.
Nobody's battling the game. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, that's what the game does.
Well, listen, I understand why the game would want to battle.
And you know what annoys me about the game? He is a fantastic rapper, fantastic lyricist. He cannot make a song without name dropping. And that's why you can't beat Kendrick.
Speaking of beefs, shout out to T.I. who is doing everything he can to go.
50 ain't doing that.
He's not doing that.
50 ain't been on the mic since that that video you sent me. Since Jadakiss bodied him, he ain't. 50
he's not.
50 knows,
and he shouldn't do that. By the way,
50 annoys me, but he's a smart businessman.
Well, listen. There's nothing for 50 to gain in a versus.
No,
nothing. There's only things to lose.
Right.
And so if I was 50, there's no amount of money that you could get me to do.
I mean, look at Dipset.
Yeah. It is completely crippled their
outside of Cameron because he has the podcast.
Right. Well, but the rap thing is over. Like it destroyed
Cameron can still come back.
And do what?
Well, part of it, if we're being honest, Cameron was the only one in Dipset who could really rap anyway. Cameron's got lyrics. Cameron can come back out, but that Jules and who's the other clown running around out there that's trying to call out Nas? I'm like, dude, shut up.
Ballin', what's his name?
One hit wonder, Jim Jones. Go on somewhere. Still dressing like you 25.
Yeah, I hope. Let's put T.I. with somebody else. I don't like verses when it's. By the way, we had a verses. Did you see that?
No.
It was two producers. Mike Will made it, and Hit Boy is his name. Hit Boy.
Hit Boy. Oh yeah, it's Nas's guy.
Yeah, Hit Boy. Yeah, it was awful. Hit Boy did not understand what he was supposed to do at all.
Well, if you're a producer, you're not a performer. So yeah, I get that.
But also he didn't understand how to put his songs in order, and so. Mike Will was playing
That's the
all
other
of his
part of
best ones. It's
That's
the
the
key.
other part.
It's
That's the
the
other
key.
part. Because even if you have a lower, if your songs don't hit like this, if you perform them, I mean, that was part of well, the Locks was just better than Dipset anyway, but it was also a performance thing.
Mike Will played all the songs that were bangers, and he played them in the right places to the point where the crowd would sing with him. Hit Boy was like, "This is one of my favorite songs. We don't care about your favorite song.
Yeah.
Play
But
the hits,
Hit Boy
man."
ain't been around that long. Mike Will been around for a while.
And it was clear that the two of them, that was the separation point, age and wisdom. Hit Boy had none. He got waxed. Like, it was not close.
I didn't know they were still doing verses.
Yeah, well, it's back. It's kind of back. But they're trying to bring it back. I'm wondering if the time has passed though. Like, I just feel like
that was a COVID thing.
Yeah, I feel like the time has passed. So anyway, that's, if I'm gonna give shout outs, those are the ones I'm giving. Other than that, shout out to our usual us and Charlie Ward and all of that. So other than that, we have nothing else to talk about because we're moving on.
Yeah.
With that being said, hope you enjoyed it. We did. Cue the whistle.